If you pray and ask God to give you direction for your life, and He shows you what path you need to take, but you decide to do something different because what God showed you does not make sense, or you feel like you don't have the resources to do what God told you to do, or you feel like you choosing your own path will be more comfortable than the path that God showed you to take, then you cannot get upset when it backfires on you. You cannot get upset when you get hurt. You cannot get upset when things don't work out the way that you want them to work out. Because just because the Lord gives us free will to choose what we want to choose does not mean that it is free of consequences. You have to be able to take what comes with being disobedient. If God clearly shows you what He needs for you to do to fulfill what He has created you to do in your life, and you choose to do the opposite of that, then you have to be able to accept what comes with that. A lot of times we put ourselves in situations because we choose to stay comfortable, or we choose to go the route that makes sense and not do what God has asked us to do. And then we end up upset with God when we are the ones who put ourselves in that situation. We ignored God's advice, we ignored God's plan, and we felt like we knew the better way. We felt like we would be more comfortable if we did it the way that we wanted to do it. And now that it's backfiring, and now that we're in this place where we've lost everything, or now we're in this place where we're hurt, we want to be upset with God when we are the ones who did it to ourselves. Following God's plan for your life and doing the things that He's telling you to do is key to seeing glory on the other side of suffering. When you're following the Lord, there is still suffering involved, right? Because it doesn't happen overnight. There are going to be things that you have to change within yourself, which causes pain. You have to endure some type of suffering, right? Jesus had to endure suffering before He was led to the cross. So I'm not saying that suffering is not in the plan that God has for you, but the only way that you can guarantee that you see glory on the other side, the only way that you can guarantee happiness and joy in everything that you prayed for on the other side of suffering, is if you follow God's plan for your life. You cannot get upset with God when you choose to go a different direction.